You've been thinking about launching a podcast, and it's a great way to promote your business. But where do you start? You have so many questions. What equipment do you need? How long should an episode be? How do you get listed on Spotify? About Basingstoke is the answer. We're professional audio producers with decades of experience. We can advise you on your podcasting strategy, record your episodes, or show you how to do it yourself, get you listed on all the major platforms, and help you understand audience building and ways to turn listeners into leads. Find out more at aboutbasingstoke.com/podcasts. Oh, and if you think you have to do video because who listens to audio these days? Well, you're listening to this, aren't you? Get professional podcast advice and production. Visit aboutbasingstoke.com/podcasts.
About Basingstoke.
A huge thank you to our sponsors at InQ Hive. They're now open at Howe Mills, Basingstoke, with everything for freelancers, small and growing businesses, from virtual office and postbox services, hot desks, dedicated desks and serviced offices, plus amazing business support. Find out more at inqhive.co.uk.
My name is Barry Walker. I run the Hampshire Deli with my wife Justine. We set this business up in 2020.
Tell us where we are, Barry, because I've driven through some beautiful countryside from Basingstoke to get here. It's a lovely part of the world.
Well, we're just a smidge off the 339 between Basingstoke and Newbury. We're about where Kingsclere is, okay? Or if you come from Basingstoke, you come through Borghurst, we're here. So we're on an estate, which is the Wolverton Park estate. It's 1,000 acres, privately owned estate. And we've got a butcher next door, which is owned by the estate. And we're a farm shop, deli, cheese shop, coffee shop. And that's what we do.
And it's glorious weather today. We're here on a Saturday morning. There are people sitting outside. The sun's shining. We're lucky to have a sunny day. People are coming in. That's okay. Customers are coming in, saying hello, which is great. I mean, I saw you talk about a new cheese, and we'll come to that in a bit. But tell us a bit more about all the things that you do here.
Okay, so this was derelict, and I took this on about 8 years ago, and I was actually a champion salami maker. Okay. It was a hobby of mine. It became a commercial business. I entered some awards, and I became the National Craft Butchers Charcuterie Champion in 2020, just as lockdown was happening. And then when lockdown happened, we were actually at a farmer's market on that last Saturday. People were panicking, wanting food. We had a lot of people calling us from our village. We live locally in Monk Sherborne, saying, we can't get food, can you help? And we did 4 boxes of food from the farmer's market. And then the next week we got, they put it on Facebook and said, we've done a good thing. And then basically next week we got 35 orders. And then every Saturday we were doing 120 deliveries of food boxes. That's how it started.
And it's grown obviously into a thriving business. I mean, I'm not, if you could see this, I can tell you there are people coming in and out all the time, and this is fantastic to see. Well,
yes, we did, because we had this sort of delivery business, and then when we could come out and we could actually come and shop, people said, oh, can we get a cup of coffee? No, you can't. So we put a coffee machine in. Can we sit somewhere? Well, no, we haven't got anywhere to sit. So we actually built a terrace and a deck and this and that. And we just expanded, basically, very, very organically. All the furniture here, a lot of it I built myself. We got things out of skips and repainted and repurposed. And it was a real scavenger effect, basically.
I love the fact that it's kind of grown from necessity, grown from that difficult time of lockdown, and then, it's just grown into something which, I'm guessing there wasn't a plan for it to be where it is now?
There was no plan at all. And in fact, in lockdown, we were providing a service to the community. We were actually, I used to go down to the wholesalers in Southampton and buy fruit and veg on a weekly basis. I was the only car on the road. At 6 o'clock in the morning, I was the only car on the road. There was no one out. It was quite a bizarre sort of feeling. But bit by bit, we sort of, people liked what we were doing, and we did a bit more of it. We now run barbecue courses on Sundays. We're about in June. We're going to start opening our barbecue up and doing barbecue Saturdays. So we'll have our butcher next door is really good. We're going to get meat from him. I'll cook it. We're going to have a salad bar. You can come here, sit in the sun. It's a lovely setting here. It's facing south. We get the sun all day. It's also dog friendly. There's lots of parking on site. Butcher next door is fantastic. Wolverton Park Butcher's really, really good. And we've got a nice little symbiosis with them, and people like coming here.
And people are taking more interest in what they eat and where it comes from, and wanting to find things that are different from just the same old stuff in the supermarkets. And so are you finding that customers are asking for different things, asking you to, if you can find different things, source different things?
Well, yes, definitely. But our policy is that we actually sell British, local, seasonal. That's it. That we do have dispensations. I mean, I like a gin and tonic, so we do sell lemons. We don't grow lemons in the UK, but all of our cheeses are British. In lockdown, people said, "Could you get this? Could you get that? Could you get some Manchego? Could you get some Roquefort? Whatever." And I started to scratch around, and I looked online, and I met a very good guy who had a cheese shop years ago, and he helped me to understand what cheese making in the UK was going through. We make 1,500 varieties of cheese in the UK.
Wow.
The French make about 700 varieties of cheese. We are probably the best cheese makers in the world. So all of our cheeses are British. We've got 50 to 60 varieties at any one time on the counter in the cheese shop. We support local producers. So all the crafts we've got around here are made by people locally. Fantastic, beautiful needle fabrics, and a guy that makes lovely wooden chopping boards and cheese boards and that sort of thing. So we're supporting our local communities and the people that are making stuff locally as much as we can.
Yeah, and I think that's brilliant. I think with everything that's been going on recently and over the last few years, we got to that point where we were very kind of global looking, and now people are starting to think, well, no, actually, we need to support what we've got here, because we can kind of protect that. We can't protect supply chains from all around the world in the way that perhaps we have been able to in the past.
If there's someone making something locally down the road, I'll go and see them. Our honey, there's an apiarist just a mile down the road. So his bees are flying around this area. We've got his honey. That makes sense. Our cheeses, we wherever we can, we started selling cheeses from Hampshire. There's a few manufacturers in Hampshire, but basically wherever there's someone that's making something locally, we'll try and get it. Local eggs. The guys next door in their butchery, they're now getting fantastic local free range. We're supporting wherever we can all those local producers. It's tough out there for farmers. It's really tough out there for farmers, and I want to help them, basically. We've all seen Clarkson's Farm, and we all want to know how hard farming is. So if we don't actually support them, we'll turn around one day and all these people have gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, we started off talking about cheese, but let's dig into that. Okay. So you said you've got, at any one time, 40 or 50 different... I mean, for somebody who maybe is listening and knows cheddar, knows mozzarella, knows sort of, your basic cheeses, to hear that there's even that many just here and over 1,000 being produced in the UK is mind-boggling.
Well, we are a magpie nation, and we have got a lot of people in the UK that are making cheeses from their countries of birth. So a lot of guys in the UK are now making a cheese they may have actually had in France. There's one guy actually in York called Mariano Olianos, and he was a chef, and he wanted cheese from Italy, couldn't find it in the UK, found difficulty importing it from Italy, so decided to become a cheesemaker and make his own. So he gave up chefing and is now making the most amazing cheeses with Italian twists. So we're very good. We're really, really good. But the cheese that you sent an email to me saying, what about this Loddon Blue?
Yes.
Now, down at Risley, there's a company called Village Made, and Village Made have been making cheeses, award-winning and world award-winning cheeses for about sort of 30 years now. And I noticed that someone online had bought some of their Loddon Blue. We're not buying Loddon Blue. So I called them. I said, what's this Loddon? Oh, we do make it, but we don't make a lot of it because it's a sheep's milk cheese. And we use all the sheep's milk we can get for one of our other cheeses, which is a hard cheese. But we do have some of it, so we'll let you have it. So I've got some today, and when I said you picked up my my Facebook post, this is a really, really special cheese. There's not much of it about. So we'll source those cheeses and we'll find those people that are making all these wonderful, wonderful products. But Village Made, they're in Risley. They're about sort of 6 or 7 miles from here, just on the south of the M4. And they make some stunning, stunning cheeses. And they're really, really good.
So the Loddon Blue, it's a sheep's milk cheese. It's
blue.
It's blue, yeah.
A moulded cheese. It's a little bit like it's like an old school Danish blue. It's quite a tight blue mould basically. It's the sheep's milk gives it a little freshness. Anything that's made with sheep or goat or buffalo milk has got some acidity in it basically. It's a stunning cheese. It's a stunning cheese.
Apart from cheese, what other produce is in at the moment that you're really excited about?
Well, we're finding stuff all the time. We've got some really, really nice... We're dog friendly. I'm looking out the doors now and people are sitting on the terrace with their dogs. We've got dog biscuits, we've got water here, so they know they can bring their dogs. We found some really, really posh dog treats,
Nice.
doggy donuts and doggy eclairs and what else is good? We have got some fantastic... potted meats from Cornwall. There's a Cornish charcuterie company down there we buy from. Our salami, because obviously I was a salami maker, is coming from Dorset, so Dorset Charcuterie are supplying us. Our breads are coming locally as well. We make our own cakes. We make our own quiches in the summer and sausage rolls and our own pies in the winter. I've been making Scotch eggs this morning. Every Saturday morning, hot Scotch eggs. And our butcher gave me some goose eggs, so I've made some cannonball-sized Scotch eggs with goose eggs this morning, which is fantastic. We do a little bit of outside catering as well. So whatever the community wants, we'll help them. We're not saying no, we can't do that. I'll say yes to everything, and my wife hates me for that.
Oh, I love that. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you've got these barbecue Saturdays coming up.
Yeah,
obviously.
in June, barbecue
Yeah.
Saturdays. Meat from our butcher next door. We've got barbecue courses that we're running in June, July, August, September. We have a lovely lady that comes and teaches with me from, she's a cookery teacher from Turkish heritage, so we do Turkish barbecue courses.
Wow.
Argentinian asado cooking as well. We're going to teach that here. So we're going to have some fun outside in the summer.
Sounds brilliant. And remind people where you are and also when you're open.
So we're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're in Wolverton, which is south of Borkhurst. It's just off the A339 as you come from Basingstoke to Kingsclere. So aim for Kingsclere, we're about there. If you Google us, you'll find Hampshire Deli. Don't navigate to the postcode. Please don't do that. You'll get lost because basically the postcode, we're a 1,000-acre estate here, and the postcode is where the church is, which is over there. I'm pointing. This is good for radio. I'm pointing behind me now. I'm pointing behind me
I get it.
over there. So just Google Hampshire Deli and we pop up.
About Basingstoke.
You've been thinking about launching a podcast, and it's a great way to promote your business. But where do you start? You have so many questions. What equipment do you need? How long should an episode be? How do you get listed on Spotify? About Basingstoke is the answer. We're professional audio producers with decades of experience. We can advise you on your podcasting strategy, record your episodes, or show you how to do it yourself, get you listed on all the major platforms, and help you understand audience building and ways to turn listeners into leads. Find out more at aboutbasingstoke.com/podcasts. Oh, and if you think you have to do video because who listens to audio these days? Well, you're listening to this, aren't you? Get professional podcast advice and production. Visit aboutbasingstoke.com/podcasts.